Hi, Kathryn. How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Okay. It's a pleasure to having this meeting with you. And I just wanted to ask you how the idea of wiseHer came to you. What do you see in society that is needed for women to have this opportunity of exclusive network of women um, having access to expertise and mentorship? How do you start it?
Yeah, thank you for that question. Really, it was the idea for wiseHer was born, during the last economic downturn we had, at least here in the States, and I know it affected folks globally, was the 2007, 2008. At the time, I was working on Wall Street and in sales. And then when the markets melted down, it was a really challenging time. But for me particularly, I was just about to give birth to my son. And at the same time, my mom had a brain aneurysm that left her paraplegic. And at the same time, they shut our division. So I had, within about a 3-month time period, I lost my job. I almost lost my mom, and I had a brand new baby, and I had to find something else to do and really had to reinvent myself. And it was really a challenging time, but what I did was I found where the opportunity was. And back then it was, the newest thing was search engine optimization, getting your websites to come up in Google and things on the first page. And also social media hadn't really taken off yet. So I needed to figure out how I could offer those services. And, like everybody, I went and tried to find folks to help me. I didn't really know a lot of people at the time. But what I really found was that what helped me the most is when I could actually just talk to somebody, and just somebody walk me through it. Because like most women, I don't have a lot of time to spend taking courses and all that kind of stuff. Although those are valuable in the long run, it was just, I wanted somebody quick, to get them on the phone. And after spending, the time with a specific person helping me learn search engine optimization, I started my own consulting firm. And really, for the last 10 years, I've been working in social media and search engine optimization, and turned that into a really successful career. And of course, working in sales and in tech. So it really was, like I said, it was really just born out of my own experience, and working in this area for a long time. I know the challenges that women face. And one of the big ones is just being able to have this like deep bench, or this big network of people that you can just call up on the phone and say, hey, how do I do XYZ, right? So we wanted to put together a network of really highly capable, vetted, been there, done that experts that women can access for a very affordable fee. So that's what we try. That's what we set out to do, and that's what we're doing.
Oh, that's awesome. And how this network works, how wiseHer provides this service to women?
So it's through a platform, so it's very scalable. And you come into the network and you come into the platform. It's free to join the platform. I mean, anybody can become just become a member online. We do have membership options that we're going to be instituting. But if you just wanted to make one call with somebody to learn about a specific thing, you can do that too. And when you come in, you find an expert that you want to talk to, and you can search by country, you can search by language, you can search by expertise, and then you simply schedule a phone call with them. And we did phone calls because we want to keep it easy for people to access in low bandwidth areas too. You just schedule the time, and we record the calls, so that way you don't even have to take notes.
Oh, that's great. Really helpful and practical for women. And in how many countries are you working right now?
Right now, we're in about 15 countries. So, but we're expanding every day. So we just had some folks from Ghana join, Saudi Arabia, Singapore. I think we're going to have some folks coming on. So we try to operate, I have a big network. And I have a big network of folks all over the world. So we're just trying to kind of, get folks on in different big regions, so that we have some representation there.
Oh, that's great. You have the opportunity to touch many women's life. Can you tell me more about the experiences that you have, the highlights moments in all of these years of working with awesome women all over the world, and what is the most rewarding thing that you have experienced through this venture?
I think that the most rewarding thing is watching it work, really watching it have an impact. When you build something, you're never sure. I mean, I did a lot of research. I went and talked to a lot of people, and asked, is this a valuable service? And we ask our experts to give their time away for less than they would normally charge, because we are a social enterprise. So we give back a portion of our proceeds in the form of grants for women to help build their businesses, or for corporate education for women. So we don't just focus on women building businesses and entrepreneurs. We focus on women in business in general. So, we had this vision and this mission, and it's so amazing to see it take flight. I think one of the most rewarding things was within 3 days of launching, we had our first customer, and she has come back several times to make additional calls. We have corporate customers. We have people like you, that I've met through LinkedIn and through different means that way, where, you've really embraced it and said, hey, this is something valuable for my community. And seeing the reviews that come back to us about, I'm so grateful for this platform, and thank you so much for putting this together, that's what's really valuable and has been the most life-changing for me.
Oh, that's great. It is wonderful to hear that. And like you said, this is a great opportunity for Latin American women. And what do you think is the most challenging and the most appealing thing of working with Latin American women and expanding your network here?
I think I would say the most challenging thing is just to be totally, honest about it, is a lack of deep knowledge in that area. I've been to Latin America, I've visited, but I've never worked there. And I don't know all of the struggles that the folks have there, and that's why we count on people like you and the experts that you're going to bring on to be able to address those specific issues. And I'm so looking forward to learning more about how we can be helpful and more effective in that area. Globally, women have major challenges, and many of us, it's the same, right? There are cultural differences and nuances and things like that, no question, that make things a little more, or a lot more difficult for women to build and grow businesses, or even excel in their corporate careers. But there are a lot of similar challenges globally that we found. And so we're really looking forward to being able to bring this solution there, get local representation, and dig into what these challenges are, and hopefully be more effective and be more helpful to the folks in your area.
Thank you. That's I think there's a lot of opportunity, and like you said, we have different customs and traditions and everything, but at the end, women are working towards to get things better for every other women in the world, right? And we can take advantage of the opportunities like this to connect with the people in other places and expand our networks. Like you said, it's important to have this group of support around you, especially when you're starting up a business, or have to figure out how to put food on the table for your loved ones, right? So so I think it's amazing what you have built over these years, and I think it's also a great opportunity for Latin American women to have a reach of that many of them haven't had before. And like you said, working together, getting to know each other context and experiences will help us to build more stronger women and more stronger businesses. And or stronger businesses. Sorry. Um,
Absolutely. And I think too that
yeah,
the idea of, it really, eventually it is a global economy, right? So things start off
exactly.
locally, and then maybe you want to sell your products in other countries, or just know what it would be like to move the business here or have an outpost here or something. And we have those people. Things like social media, Facebook is Facebook, right? Again, cultural nuances and things, but the marketing on Facebook or the marketing on Instagram or those social networks is pretty universal between the different countries. So we can access experts in your area to expand some of the businesses that are looking to do that in the US, to expand there, and vice versa. So I think that really just being able to open and provide an affordable, easy to use service is we hope it's going to be valuable for you.
Yeah, that's a key element, because sometimes it's like when you're starting social media, like you said, you have maybe no idea of how to do it, but after that you see it was so easy. Why this was a big trouble for me? And that is the same for connections to start working in other countries, and especially in this moment it's important to have the chance to expand your market, because economy is changing, the world is changing, and you need to be more connected, right? And like we talked before, women especially have really big challenges, and they were left behind, and today they are at risk of staying behind even further, right? So we need to give a helping hand, and it's amazing what just a connection, just a right advice in the right moment can do for someone that is struggling to make her business survive, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's what we do. It's some folks call it mentorship. We look at it as it's practical, tactical advice. So I want to expand my business, and I need to do these 3 things. What are those 3 things? Or, I want to get more followers on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. What are the things that I can do? And having that personal connection makes it so much easier and so much better. But, we're just so excited to have you involved, and the experts that you're going to bring to the table. I think it's going to be really, really helpful to the women that we already serve, and we're just really grateful to be able to provide this service to you and to the folks there.
Thank you so much, and I'm excited about this project since day one, and I'm really happy to work with you to bring this opportunity and serve more women in Latin America now. And congratulations, you're doing an awesome job work, and I hope we expand quickly so we can help more women in Latin America.
Me too. Thank you, Adriana.
Thank you for your time.